And hello everybody and welcome back to Ero PlayStation F5. Someone is glitching the lobby because by the looks of things we're not loading in. So someone has the lobby glitched, so this is nice. You know, someone has to leave. Who is that person? We do not know. Back it's me. Oh! So, like I was saying, hello everyone. And welcome to Ero PlayStation F5 today. We're back after the break, and it is a pleasure to be here again. My name is Cameron Dunn, the PlayStation F5 commentator and coordinator, and also the F1 commentator alongside Luke occasionally. Today we are for round 6, I believe it is, for the Canadian GP. That is someone out. Let me actually just get the settings up quickly and we'll see who is at first. By the looks of things, it's Williams. I think it is Milos. It is Milos. Milos is out first. It is a rain race. I have insider information from people in the garage. It is a rain race. Oh boy. Interesting information there. This will be interesting to see. There's Milos and Valdez is out of that, but you know, doesn't really care. But a rain race, so mega interesting, because that means a few might compromise their setup. As Milos will be starting his lap now. As he goes around turn 1 and then turn 2 in second gear. Wow. Anyway, up to turn 3 I believe this is. I'm going to get a track map up because I do not know what corners they are. Turn 5 is my guess. Canada track layout. Okay. We have it. Do we? No, too confusing. Anyway, goes around the tricky corner. Quite easy to invalidate there. But he doesn't. Which is very good. Okay, here we go. I've got the photo. So he's going around turn 10 and he looks up, goes wide. Never mind, his internet. Goodness sake, Milos. His internet just made him look like he went completely off. Hopefully the cars stop weaving. Whoever that is. Oh my days, that Alpine, whoever you are, you were close. And into the last chicane, turn 13, turn 14. Milos doesn't invalidate. And he will come across the line. It's going to be in the 12s. It will be a 12-7 to start us off. But people will definitely go faster, I believe. As we have a Red Bull coming across the line. I think this is Black Wolf. No, it's not. It was Elliot Parker starting his lap. He's on the mediums. Elliot Parker's on the mediums. James Sullivan, Milos' teammate, goes provisional pole. Probably won't be pole, but we'll wait and see. He sets an 11.9, goes 8 tenths clear of his teammate Milos. And we see Tim 11.7, 2.5 tenths clear of James Sullivan. Tim getting pole position in the first race, has been up there in the rest of the qualies, in and around the 5th, 6th, 7th spot normally is whereabout he will sit, apart from the first race, which was in Bahrain, which he ended up getting pole, I believe his first pole in Ero. I could be wrong with that though. Zulf, championship leader, championship contender, comes across the line at 20.7. Slow lap, I imagine, maybe a little spin, few mistakes or something. Anyway, Tronk, Fabricio, 13.1, probably mistakes on that lap as well, I imagine. Swiss Stack, a 12.2. A good lap from him, about 4 tenths off of James Sullivan. 4P2. It's with Elliot Parker, coming across the line. Actually, no we don't. He's on the mediums though, like I said, so I don't know why Elliot's on the mediums, but somebody who nobody saw either yet. Tommy P, he's going to go pole here. An 11.5. As I was about to say about Tommy, in between the breaks, the motions and promotions have happened. Nobody from F5 has been promoted, but Tommy PLR was an F4 driver, has been demoted to F5, and who knows, might try challenge Zulf, maybe give Zulf a bit of a hard time. We'll see. Tommy has just set a purple first sector when he's not even on a lap. Ironic. Anyway, I believe this is Elliot. Well, it's actually Black Wolf. Who will be next? Will he invalidate is the question. No, he will not. Didn't see Bastian went P5 with a 12.4. Anyway, Black Wolf 12.8 goes P7. As I saw, I didn't see that Bastian, last week's race winner in Austria, went P5 with a 12.4. Elliot says a 13.3 on mediums. So that's interesting. I don't know why Elliot's on the mediums, but the fact that he's nearly beat the likes of his own teammate and Tronk on the mediums compared to their soft tires is interesting, but we'll see. Wani come across the line, a 13.4. I imagine he can probably improve on that. Now Suchel, who does not invalidate the last two corners, turn 13 and turn 14, he'll come across the line. It's going to be in the 12s. It's a 12.435. He goes 1,000th behind Bastian. So he sits P6, but very, very, very close to getting P5. Like I said, only 1,000th off. As Maverick came across the line at 14.1, I imagine he can probably improve on that at a later time. Villeneuve at 26.7, again, probably improve. Yeah, Villeneuve was down in neutral there. As he does a nice little donut. Don't think that was on purpose, but you know. It is what it is. We have Joe Hamster making his return. He got a podium in the first race, I believe, but has been super unavailable due to his shifts recently. So he's only raced once or twice in F5, but the races which he has raced in, he's been in the podium position in all of them. He has been up there the whole time. So we're going to wait and see if he can maybe potentially catch up to the likes of Zulf, who are in contention for the championship. As Joe has said, Joseph, I should say, he has now said that his shifts have changed at work, so he should be able to race in F5 near enough week. How do you say it? Week in, week out? Yeah, that's the right thing. I was trying to think of how you say that. He has made a prediction, though. Joe has made a prediction that he will spin on lap 1. And Wodge, the owner, pinned the comment, so we will see. But is it going to be pole? An 11.8, P3, a good lap time. I imagine he can probably improve on it, would be my guess. As that is a Williams of Milos. Tim? No way is Tim Bendit on the entry. Tim's Bendit on the entry into the pit lane. Tim! Oh, Tim. Oh, and that's Nick Hill in the wall. Didn't even mean to see that. Who is on a lap? There's a Mercedes of Trunk. We'll go on board with him. And we'll actually get the full track guide. So, turn 1 and turn 2 takes a wide line. Should probably be in 6th here, maybe 7th. Yeah, he goes up to 7th for turn 3. Into turn 4. Can easily invalidate there, but he does not. Into turn 5. Entering sector 2. He is 2.5 tenths up on his time. Round turn 6 and turn 7 he goes. 2.5 tenths up can put him in around P8, P9 right now, but he might improve more. Tommy PLR on 11 flat. We'll talk about that later as Trunk goes around turn 8, turn 9. Also an easy spot to invalidate at as he comes up into the 3rd sector. He is just under 4 tenths up on his time. Turn 10 and then turn 11, which really isn't a turn. But anyway, and then turn 12. This right here is a turn. Who knows why? But will Fabrizio manage to keep his lap uninvalidated in the last 2 corners? He does. He does it quite nicely. Turn 13 and turn 14. He's going to come across the line. It's going to be at a 12 flat. We'll go P5. A very good lap from him. I believe that was a 1.1 second improvement. But can we talk about Tommy? An 11. He goes 5 times clear exactly of James Sullivan, who sits behind him in P2 right now. And, I mean, I didn't know what to expect from Tommy because he just did... Oh, Zolf comes across the line, a 9.1 second improvement. P3 for him. That's an Elliott bin in the pit lane. No, it's the last corner. Elliott binned it on the last corner. Oh, so Elliott, P12 at the highest. Whoa, he's far back. As you can see, literally his car sitting right there. That is very, very unlucky for him. Like I was saying there, championship leader Zulf goes P3. An 11.6. 6 tenths of a difference. 5.5, you could say, to Tommy. As who is next on the lap? I believe it is Wani in the Alfa Romeo. He's a second up. Could put him around P7, P8 potentially. It's P10. The game glitched there. As I think it's actually Wani who's glitching. But anyway, P10 of 12.7. It's a good lap. Does have to improve about 2.5 tenths to get up into P9, but you know, it's fine. Anyway, who else is on the lap? Is Swistak on the lap? No, he is not. Suchel just started a lap. We'll ride on board with him. Suchel, I believe, is a race win. As Tim has said that he binned it on the last corner, sadly, which led to him DNFing. He is still P4 though, which you have to remember. But we'll continue watching Suchel. He sits P7 right now. Was a race winner in Zandvoort for the first time, I actually believe. And quite iconic, he went last to first in that race, I believe. So it was a massive race from him, as he has went wide at turn 11 there. Turn 10, 11. And he's weaving. He is not on the lap because I see the light flashing for fuel. Villeneuve on an in lap. Esford bins it. Sector 1. Nick Hill. What can he do? The GOAT 20. Oh no, wait, he's starting now. Maverick on a lap, I believe. We'll see what he can do. As who is commented in the chat? Wodge, hi, Zulf, hi, Elliot, Payne. Someone, Nalina, I'm probably saying that wrong, saying let's go for it. Got hashtag Tronk in the name, so Zulf for iMasterclass. Tim, I'm sorry, Tim. Okay, I didn't know. Saying, bro, you were telling lies on their pit lane entry. I'm sorry. All right, I thought it was I thought it was a pit lane. Anyway, Maverick 13.5 comes across the line. Tim, I'm sorry. I really thought you binned it in the pit lane. Same with Elliot until I actually watched it on board, and you both binned it into the wall opposite the wall of champions, i.e., the wall on the left. So, my guess is we're going to see most of the drivers coming out for their final lap. As I think quite a few people are coming out of the pits. As who is on a lap is the question. Let's see. James is on another lap, I believe. I see two AlphaTauris. Maverick retires in the pit lane. Joe Hamster let in the Mercedes and his teammate Nick Hill past. Interesting, actually, I'm thinking about this. It's a rain race. Tommy might actually be on a fully dry setup because of how much faster he is. That's why we're seeing, I think, slower times than we would usually see. That would be my guess, I'll say. What? Oh my days, there's no way Harvey's done that. Harvey has got the F1. Tommy has. No, not Tommy. Harvey is. Harvey, I absolutely love you, man. My friend from Northern Ireland, racing friend, has put up the stream race on 3 different TVs in a gaming store. Oh, I love that. Oh my days. I can't stop smiling, the pressure's on. Okay. Got to deliver so. As Tommy on an outlap, he might not even make it to the line as James is on a lap. Oh mate, I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about that. As James comes up to the last few corners, will he... He dives in the pits! He's not going to improve. And Tommy, will he start a lap? No, he dives in the pits as well. Zulf doesn't come out again. As qualifying is over, a few drivers are on laps. Joe might be on the lap, I'm not sure. Tronk down on his lap Swiss stack, about a tenth and a half up on his time. I still can't believe that it's got up on 3 different TVs. Anyway, He is only 11 thousandths up on his time, but 11 thousandths will put him very close to beating Trunk for P7. So there is a chance, potentially, Joe Hamster is down in his time and has invalidated. Swistak is the last driver who we are waiting on for a lap time. He goes around the last two corners. Wow, he did that beautifully. Swistak, brilliant. An 11.7, that last corner improvement puts him P5. Oh, I can't believe that Harvey has done that. Oh. So that is qualifying over. It's a 5/10 gap exactly from Tommy to James. But the interesting thing is to see if Tommy done that on a wet setup or a dry setup, because it is going to be a wet race by the sounds of things, so it will be interesting to see. But anyway, Tommy and James take the front row. It's then Zulf, the championship leader, in P3, and Tim in P4, Swistak in P5, Joe in P6, Sucho P7, Trunk P8, Villeneuve P9, and Blackwolf P10, rounding up the top 10. And then there's Bastian, last week's race winner, Wane, Milos, Elliot Parker, Maverick, Nick Hill, and Isford. As let's see the rain. What? Oh, so it's dry into rain. I'm so confused. At the end. Bruh, someone could have told me that. And people have wet setups on. You see what I mean? Joseph has been debated because he has a wet setup on. So he is going to be absolutely swarmed on the straights. As we'll be underway in 10 seconds because there is no formation lap. So let's see. Hello to anyone who is in that one store in Northern Ireland. And I hope you enjoy some entertaining racing on F1 22. But anyway, we're going to be 5 red lights of the Canadian GP. It's lights out and away we go. Who gets the better start between James and Tommy? It's going to be Zolf! Zolf is already up into P1. Wow, what a start from Zolf. I did not see that coming whatsoever. We need to get the tyres up, as I believe I just saw James is on hard tyres. Yes, look at the field, they're all split. Zolf on the mediums, James and Joe on the hards. Joe is fighting Tim for P3. He has a moment. And James, Joe. Oh my days. He literally said it. Joe. And James is gone! James has been in the wall on the safety car. Actually, no, it was a virtual safety car. And then James Sullivan crashed. So we have just saw second place and I believe 6th place DNF. Joseph got it right. He said that, knowing him, there would probably be a DNF for him in lap 1, and he was, I think, joking. He is no longer joking. That, oh my days, that was something. I don't know what to think anymore after that. Tommy's in the pits Front line? Yeah, Tommy. Pole man gets damage. Villeneuve's in the pits. He started on the softs, hoping he would, hoping to try catch up. He is frontline damage as well, though. But, like usual, we have Zulf in the first place spot. Bastian's up at the P5. Trunk up at the P3. Let's get the position changes. Let's look at this. Zulf up 2. Tim up 2. Tronk up 5. Suchel up 3. Bastian up 6. Black Wolf up 4, Wani up 5, Milos up 5, Swistak down 4, Elliot up 4, Nick Hill up 5, Esford up 5, and then Maverick up 2, and then Tommy and Villeneuve, who both just pitted, and then of course you have James and Joseph, who both DNF'd. I do not know what to think after that start. As that is content to both Harveys. You wanted content, you got yourself some content right there. As 23 people watching the second best tier. Third best tier. I'm thinking if I rate F1 over F5 or F5 over F1, because F2, of course, number 1, I race in that tier. And then, of course, you've got F1, F5, I'd say F1 probably above, so then F5. And then F3 is 4th, because Paul races in there, and quite a few people in an F4 at the end, because why not? James and Joe have both left the session. Elliot goes in the pit lane. He's on the mediums. Is he going on? No, he's went on to the mediums, I should say, sorry. Don't know what tyres he was on before. Does the pit lane quickly, which is nice to see. I shouldn't have been watching that, but anyway. Would really want to see what happened to James. I'm asking James to see what happened, as I think it will be in this lap, as this is the second lap of the safety car. Yes, it is. I don't know if that notification is supposed to come up at that time, or if it's just earlier or later. But anyway, championship leader Zulf is going to be leading us. He is going very, very fast, which is quite interesting. As Zulf backing up the field now, going into the last chicane. I imagine he will go at the exit. He goes just before. And he's got Tim. Even Tronk. Even Suchel. The top 4 is split by nearly a second all around. As we are back underway. I will get the tyres up now. As Joseph and James are being asked if they want to race in F4, because that's what normally happens with F4 now being at 7 UK and F5 being at 6 UK. Anyone who really DNFs in F5 is given the opportunity to race in F4. Oh my days. Black Wolf getting the move on Bastian. These two are in a party together, and I know because I am always in that party. Black Wolf is on medium, so it could maybe be team orders between a Red Bull and a Mercedes, but who knows, really. This gap is already substantial. Zulf to Tim, 1.2 seconds. Tim to Tronk, 1.4. As that's Black Wolf on the charge against Suchel! Oh, Suchel, Daniel, oh my days. Jeez Louise, what was that? Okay. Okay. And again, we have another safety car. So, I don't, that's just... Glad I caught that. I'm very glad I caught that. Because that... I don't even know what to think about that, because that was just unbelievable. It's trying to do hard defending and stuff, yes, but that went maybe a little too far. But I'm not sure. Oh, so I'm trying to tell you, would anyone pit? No, if you really pit, you're doing a dumb decision, I would say. If you're on the mediums, I mean, S4 and stuff, yeah, they could maybe risk it, but they would probably be doing. Listen to me trying to speak. They would probably go into the hards and then onto the softs at the end of the race. Would be my guess. But we'll have to wait and see. As Sitchel's in the pits, damaged front wing from that incident with Daniel. Not now. Why? Oh, I can't right now. I need to forget about that. 23 people watching. Hello to everyone who is watching. Maybe the people in that one store. As James says. James Wolf slowed for the safety car and I hit the back of him. I thought thankfully he didn't get damage. Oh, so I don't think Zulf would report that. Anyway, safety car in this lap. Everyone has caught up, of course. But we will see if he restarts at the same point. He is going very, very fast. Faster than he would usually do. He's backing up the field now, going into the first corner. Tim's right up alongside him though this time, because of what happened last time. He's going to go at the exit. Does he get Tim? Yeah. And 5.5 tenth gap, I think you could say he did get him, as Swisstack overtook Nick Hill. It's weird. S-Ford sends it on the kill, and S-Ford is round. Any other moves? Elliott on Villeneuve, or Villeneuve on Elliott? Anyway, side by side. Don't cause action, boys. As Wani's crashed. Aye, nah. Wani. Holy moly, man, what was that? Swisstack literally drove through the car and it wasn't ghosted. And it made Nick Hill and all the drivers behind just pack up together. And now Elliott will definitely be on the attack after that. Tommy has spun at the back. Nick Hill! Elliott! What is this? And through goes Elliott, I guess you could say. Nick Hill doing some weird defending here as he goes very, very wide and Elliott sticks up the inside, but Nick gets the better exit. S4 v Swisstack, it's the two Alpines side by side. Actually, I think Sitchel's just being let past, yeah. Elliott uses and gets past Nick Hill. can we mention this? I know we've had 2 safety cars, but no penalties yet. And I thought every single driver was going to at least get a 3 seconds. As Villeneuve gets to move on Nick Hill, all the drivers are being held up massively. Esford's already back behind Nick Hill as Suchel's sent it. That's going to be a warning for Esford. But I mean, Esford got spun by Nick Hill and he's managed to catch up in time. Anyway, going back up to the top of the field, Zolf has a 1.5 second gap to Tim in P2 right now. Oh, who is that? I think it's Maverick. I believe Maverick spun there, but we're seeing Nick Hill pulling to the side massively. That's a massive send from S4. He's went alongside Suchel from the send. Nick Hill into the side, a Swiss stack. Nick Hill's having an absolute nightmare on this race. He's taken out 2 drivers, I guess you could say. I don't want to say taken out, but he has pretty much. Esford gets to move on Suchel into the last 2 corners. I believe burning the ERS. As Elliott now has 4 seconds to catch the Milos ahead. As Tommy, who sits P11, our pole sitter, is currently in P11 on the back of Nick Hill on mediums. But if we look to the front, Tronk is just managing to hang on to the DRS of Tim. Is he going to get it is the question. Yes, he will. He will just be within about a 10th and a half to be able to get it as Elliott. Elliott Parker is the first driver to get a penalty, and Elliott is now up to 3 seconds. As Elliott, by the way, has gained 3 seconds on Milos. It was a 4-second gap. As I mean, I have saw that he has drained his ERS near enough, but I do not get that at all. As Zolf sets the fastest lap, he is mega pushing. As Trunk manages to keep in the DRS of Tim, as Elliott sets the fastest lap of the race. As we're going to stick on board with Elliott, but I will be right back. As I am back, Elliott did get past Milos, and Villeneuve is possibly going to get past him as well soon. Not now, but soon, I believe. We will see, but this gap between Tim and Zolf is increasing, I should say. Might be a warning for Tim there. But the gap is increasing slightly, about a 10 for 2 each lap, and Tronk is being able to keep up with Tim. He's actually faster than Tim. It was nearly a second gap. It's now about a 5/10 gap, so he's definitely closing in there, as Villeneuve may look for a move on Milos here, or will wait for the back DRS straight. I believe waiting for the back DRS straight might be the smarter option, as Esford sends it on Suchel. Esford up into P8 with that send. Bit on the grass there, but no harm. As Tronk, what we see him maybe look for a move relatively soon on Tim, get a better exit like that. A much better exit from Tronk there. Swiss stack and Nick Hill are fighting at the back, side by side. Don't make it 3, Nick. Don't make 3 people you've crashed with today! Oh my days. I don't know. My emotions. I don't know what to feel. There's literally been 2 crashes in this one wall on the straight. Oh my days. What on earth is happening? Nick Hill and Swistack side by side crash. It's the 3rd safety car in 11 laps. Oh my days. As I imagine the front 3 here will be in because hards can go about 20-ish laps, which is how long they would be. So I can imagine seeing here the top 3 pitting, will we? Zol stays out. Tim is in. Tronk stays out. So Tim is taking the gamble and is pitting. Elliot is in as well. I think going in at this time might be the smart option, but I could also be completely wrong. As they are repairing Elliot's front wing. He's front wing damage. Wow, okay, I didn't know that. Most of the drivers deciding to stay out. Isford coming out behind Elliot there. Nick Hill's just having an absolute mare right now. That's the 3rd incident already this race, and he's caused 2 drivers to DNF. All I can say, Jacob is going to have a fun weekend. He's not going to have a weekend again. Woj saying something in Polish. I do not know what that says. But yeah, fun stuff. Totally fun stuff. Otto, James, telling me what happened. Where did the chat go? I'm trying to get the chat up to see what everyone's been saying, because I haven't had it up. I'll go back up to Zilf. How many people will finish? Was a poll 4 minutes ago. I'm going to hit 13, and let's see. People are voting between 8 and 10. I can see it happening. Otto James running. I did nothing. Oi, what is going on? Yeah, loads of people having some reactions. So that car's left the session. I believe the 5 drivers, maybe 4 or so, who have DNF'd will be racing in F4 shortly. But continue to watch this race, because, defo not 13. I voted 13, by the way. I voted 13 just to see what it was going to be like. I know there's 12 drivers now, but I was just doing that just to see. So most people think 8 to 10. So another 3, 4, maybe 5 drivers DNFing. It could happen. As Harvey is saying, I am highly entertained so far. Great. So very good to see. As Zolf. Oh, it's not in. What? Why is it not in? I'm so confused. So safety car's not in. I swear I just saw 2 laps of the safety car, unless I'm being, like, I don't want to say thick in the brain, but, like, get what I mean. It will definitely be in this lap. It should definitely be in this lap. As Joseph has reported Tommy PLR already, and Jacob is already on the reports. Very good to see a safety car is in this lap. So, you look at the tyres, and out of the people who have pitted, net P1 is is Tim, as he was second and is now pitted onto hards. I imagine can probably go until the end of the race, but actually, remember, it's getting wet. I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot it's getting wet. I think the drivers on the mediums here are trying to go until the wet, but it's not wet. But this is going to be Zulf's third restart already today, and he goes before the last 2 corners, and he's caught Tronk napping. Oh my days, a 1.3 second gap. Wow, he's already got a DRS range on Tronk just like that. From a restart, as Tim has already overtaken Milos on the attack instantly. And so is Elliot on Tommy, but he takes a wider line. That was an interesting line, to say the least. Anyone to watch, I think it's really just like this midfield. Elliot gets another 3 seconds. Elliot's on 6 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody else has got a 3 second. Elliot has 6. Very, very interesting. But Bastian is also dropping off of the back of Tronk, but Bastian is on the hard tyres, which could potentially be the right strategy here. We don't know when the rain is going to be coming, but it will be here. Milos and Suchel, please. Thank you. Leave space for one another. I like that. Oh my days, they're 3 wide into the last corner. Maverick! What are you doing? I'm sorry, but you're on the softs. You shouldn't be doing that, mate. Anyway, Suchel, Milos, side by side. And Milos kind of lets him pass. Tommy is right up the behind. Right up the gearbox of him, I should say. The rear wing. Tommy's all over him, actually. Tommy's on old mediums, Milos on old hards. Might see a move here, actually. Send it. Yep, it's a send. Right on the curb. This is a brilliant overtake if he can get it. Oh, Tommy spun! No! That's 3 drivers out. Esfod with a broken front wing now. Milos and Tommy. Oh my days, man. Oh, of course that had to happen. As Villeneuve gets a 3-second time penalty. I believe we're seeing all the 3-second penalties coming in now. There's Tommy with a 3. Yeah, I think it's about now we're seeing the 3 seconds. Villeneuve on 3, Parker on 6, Nick Hill on 3, Tommy on 3. Yeah, definitely. Esfod also on 3. As We go back up to the top of the field, and we can see that Zulf has a 2.2 second gap to Trunk right now. As there's rain, there's rain. The rain is here. The rain is here. Oh, the question is, who has the strategy right? Because Zulf and Trunk and Villeneuve's tyres will be very dead soon, but the thing is, how fast is this rain going to come in? Sebastian also got the strategy right as well. Starting on the hards, he was almost guaranteed to make it to the rain. It's Zulf! Zulf's in! Zulf normally tends to be the guy who goes early and tries to be the man who switches the strategy round, and he's a win onto the inters already. Zulf has done this before, and it has led to him winning races before. So very interesting to see if maybe, just maybe, he gets this right, as Tommy is following him. And then Maverick and Milos are also in. Milos repairing his front wing, but oh mate, look how wet it is already. Oh my, yeah, it's enters. Zulf has gained so much. Wow, the track has just got enter condition all of a sudden, so fast. But this is so unfortunate for Bastian, who's going to get held up in the pit lane now, as Sucho gets past Villeneuve there. And we see Zulf get past Nick Hill. Nick Hill doing a little 360 there near enough because of this weather. He's struggling massively. Bastian! Bastian is spun! No, Bastian! Bastian, keep it steady and get in the pits. Keep it steady, get in the pits. Let Zulf past. And keep it steady. And get in the pits. Everyone will be in the pits right now. If you don't, I don't know. Yeah. Eat up at that, Elliot! Elliot, man, I genuinely think one day that you're going to DNF from doing that. Elliot gets the overtake on Villeneuve in the pit lane, but has to repair his front wing. So it was a waste. As he's even been overtaken by Tim. Maverick gets a 3-second time penalty. The question is, Zulf is back up into the lead. It's a 6.5 second gap now. So like I said, Zulf, can get the strategy right. And he definitely has. As it's sad to see Bastian down in P8 after that little spin just before the pit lane. As everyone is now in the inters, so we're going to have about 15-16 laps of inters, potentially. Let's see. So, oh my days, a 7.8 second gap now. From Trunk to Zulf. Any moves? Sucho to Trunk is an interesting battle to watch right now. Tommy catching up. Elliot. I think I was right about Tommy. Tommy being on a dry setup. And everyone else being on like a half dry, half wet, compromising their setup. I think I'm right. As Elliot gets another 3 seconds, Elliot is up to 9 seconds. Hi, Elliot. Oh, move for P2. I was saying this battle would be interesting to see. Oh no, please, boys, please, 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 please. Keep it steady, yes. Chonk had a bad X, I believe, and backs out of potentially going side by side with Sucho. I like that, because I wouldn't want to see another DNF there. As, I mean, Zolf's gained another second. The gap is actually... Zolf left decision! Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second, people. This can't be happening. Zolf has crashed. His game has crashed. Not him. Oh my days, no. No, 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 no. As Darius is joining back. Error. No. No. Can't invite players because this game. This game is so confusing. My mind is like kaboggled. Sutro's gaining. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry people, but I need... Oh god, this is just not going right. Why is this not working at all? Invite to game, please. Oh my days, I can't invite him. Invite your friends. This is... Oh my days. Sucho is gaining on Zolf's AI. This is a lot of pain to see that this is not working. Cameron, Daniel will try inviting. Goat is my response. Sucho's now about to be in the second range of Zolf. I think we're going to see a new leader anytime soon. This is a heartbreak for Zolf. The championship leader still hasn't had a win. I think he's had 2 wins taken off of him because of penalties. As we now see a new leader of Sucho. I'm going to try invite again, and it doesn't allow me. This game, you know, is so smart. Anyway, Villeneuve actually gets to move on Tronk, but what were those track limits? Holy moly. Wow, those were new track limits I've not saw before. I mean, this is so annoying for Zolf, because he's been top 4 every race so far, and this is I think gonna ruin the streak. As what happened there? Trunks had a mistake. Oh, okay. So that's now a four-way battle for P3 kind of. Sadly, will soon be P2. As Tommy might send on Tim here. Ah, he stuck up the nose. It's contact. Slight contact. Tommy gets the move. Sorry, people. I'm going to try and invite again. My game. It keeps on coming up. Can't invite players because this game. What's it? Because this game group has closed. But it's not, because I mean, we're still racing, aren't we? As Trunks at the moment, Tommy's in the wall. He's put in the wall of champions. Does he have wing damage? No, he saved it. And Trunk has lost 2 positions because of that now. Tommy has a little drift moment. Elliot is repairing his front wing as Villeneuve is past his teammate now. And when we look at it, this is Sucho to win his second race in Ero. This is literally his race to win. As actually, Villeneuve is closing in on Sucho. We'll see. This is just so annoying because Zolf is gonna drop out of the top 4 now. His top 4 streak will be over. And who knows how many points he's gonna score. But it's gonna be interesting because I mean, it's Stevie in P2 the championship, and then it's Tronk. And Tronk is 24 points behind, so if Tronk was to actually win this race, he would take the championship lead, I believe. I'm looking here. Sucho is gonna go up to like about P4 or something after this race, which is gonna be really interesting to see. Invite the group. Sorry, people, we're trying to get Zolf back in here, but it's clearly not working. Okay, I'm getting told to focus on the race, so that is what I will do. I will try to get him in. Or no, I will focus on the race. So, looking at it right now, Villeneuve, I believe he's on 3, yeah, so Villeneuve will actually keep his second place right now, how it is sitting. And then it'll be Tim on 3rd, because Tommy has a 3-second. As Tronk gets past Zulf now, and Bastian is closing. And this is just going to go downhill for Zulf, because it's literally... I mean, I think... Give me a second, people. I'm going to try one more inviting way. Should be around here. Zolf. Anyway, we're going to watch back on board. Bastian is past. Elliot gets another 3 seconds. Elliot's up to 12 now. Good old Elliot. Yeah, I think Zolf will, even with the AI, he will get P7. Because, I mean, no disrespect, but I don't think Elliot will close 14 seconds on an AI in 6 laps, I think it is. Well, yeah, about 6 and a bit. 6 in a sector, I should say. But look at this gap. Suchel is currently got 8-second gap. 8 second because of Villeneuve's 3. This will be Suchel's second win of the season, and actually second win in a row. So, Tim is actually out of the 3-second rage on Tommy now, which is very, very interesting. As Daniel has tried to invite Zolf for the last few minutes, but has not worked. So sadly, Zolf will not be able to get back in the race. And I think I've actually just ignited something in Elliot, because he's gained about 3.5 seconds on Zolf. But then he's also got a 12-second time penalty. So it's about 22 seconds. Who knows? As F4, the stream did crash. If anyone is tuning in now, the F4 stream did crash. It's back up now. Jacob is the host of that. It is back up now, so you can go in and tune on to that if you're looking to watch F4. But stay here for 10 or so minutes, and then you can go over and watch F4. They'll be starting the race when this race ends, pretty much. But I mean, no battles really happening. The only interesting thing, really, if you think about it long term, is Tim trying to stay in the 3-second range of Tommy for a podium. Because, I mean, I don't think Bastian and Tronk will fight. Who knows, they could. Bastian gets the 3-second time penalty. So, yeah, Bastian will definitely not fight now. He should still get P6 because of Zolf, being AI and stuff, but yeah. Yeah, there's not much happening now. It's went to a bit of a, I don't want to say a slim, boring race, but you get what I mean. Liam is typing, we might see Darius if there's 0 wave racing in F5, he can join F4. I love to see that for Darius. Tim's, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to keep it. It's going to be crucial for Tommy to keep a 3-second instead of a 6-second. So not get another. Actually, let's see if we can load up Race Director. How many warnings Tommy has? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, so Tommy's one more than off. So Tommy needs to keep it chill now while also pushing. Wow, this is so crucial. Because Tommy having... Wow, this is going to be interesting. as Tommy's pushing with quite a bit of his ERS now to not only extend the gap on Tim but also try to close in on Villeneuve, I believe. As Maverick has went on to softs. As Zulf and Elliot has proved me wrong here. Elliot has got Zulf. But the question is, will he be able to extend a 12-second lead in 3 laps? So about 4 seconds to gain each lap for Elliot in order to keep P7, or else he's going to miss out because of penalties. Nick Hill in front having a little spin. Maverick is lapped by most of the drivers on the grid now. Blue flags, of course, for Maverick. Hopefully, he doesn't cause bother. Yeah, drives on the grass. Thank you, Maverick, for not causing chaos. Legend. Suchel. Villeneuve is pushing to try, make this gap as short as possible, but it's literally... Suchel just needs to keep it steady. I mean, the only way that he might lose this is if he, number 1, spins, or number 2, gets 9 seconds of penalties out of nowhere. They are the only 2 ways, and to be honest, I do not see any of those ways actually happening. So we will see, potentially. As we will soon be entering the last lap of the race. And we will... Esford gets a 3 sec... Oh! Milos is a shot of getting P9. Actually, no, Esford is 6 seconds. He will get P9. But as we enter the final lap, this will... So, it is Suchel right now. Who are we going to be watching? I see Tommy closing in on Villeneuve, but we're going to ride on board with Suchel. Suchel, I think he isn't new this season. I believe he has raced in the previous seasons. He has always been in F5, I believe. F4, F5 are the tracks which are the tiers he has been in, I should say. But Suchel this season has been very good, very bad. He has mixed races occasionally. Ellie gets another 2-second time penalty. He started off the first 2 races with 0 points in Bahrain and DNF in Japan. He then got 6 in Spain. Then he got a DNF in the sprint at Zandvoort, but then a win, a last to first at Zandvoort, and then he scored 2 points last week in Austria. But the outcome this week will be different for Suchel. Tommy has got past Villeneuve. Actually, Tommy's going to get P2 because that means... But anyway, we're going to watch Suchel. Suchel is going to come across the line to win his 2nd race in a row, his 2nd win this season. Suchel wins in Canada. Tommy manages to get Villeneuve at the very end of the race, but Tommy... Wait, did Tommy get the 6th second? He did! Tommy went up to 6, and Tim gets the podium by 1.5 tenths! Oh my days, but it's going to be Tronk in P5, Bastian P6, Elliot will come across the line P7, But Zulf's AI will keep the position, I believe, and Zulf's AI will get 7th. Yes, he will. As Tim is shocked, no time penalty in a podium on goddamn Canada is his reaction. Milos misses out on P9 by 2.5 tenths as we have Maverick. It's actually went to a dry track now, so these softs, maybe not the greatest of moments, and Maverick will come across the line in last place of the finishers in P12. What a race. The reports are going to be mental for this race. It will be an Elliott drive of the day. I'm not sure who's going to get drive of the day. I imagine probably Suchel after nearly DNFing with incidents and stuff, but we will see. But this is the finishing results. So Suchel gets the win, second win of the season for him. Very big props to him. Congratulations to him. Villeneuve P2, brilliant race from him. You've then got Tim in P3. It was nice to see that he managed to get P3 after time penalty. Tommy, first race in F5, got pole fastest lap as well, and gets P4. So he will take away 14 points, that means, which is a good amount. Tronk and Bastian P5, P6, a strong result for Mercedes again. And Tronk will now go P2 in the championship, I believe, and will be very, very close to Zolf. I think maybe about a 15-point gap it might be. We'll have to wait and see. And Bastian, a good result from him. Zolf, very unfortunately disconnected. Like he had been saying, he had a 9-second lead and then disconnected and finishes 33.3 seconds behind Suchel. Very unlucky from him. Elliott finishes P8, a good race from him. Esford finishes P9 and Milos finishes P10 to round us off with the points. And we then have Nick Hill and Maverick, the two last drivers who finished the race but outside of the points. And then we have Swistak, Wani, Black Wolf, James Sullivan and Joe Hamster all DNFing in the race. Very unfortunate for them. Unfortunate for Zolf as well, because by the looks of things, he isn't allowed to be awarded points. That's unfortunate. But anyway, thank you to everyone who's watched today's race. I would suggest going over to watch F4 right now. Jacob Tucker's commentating. F5 drivers are racing in F4 right now, so go tune in and watch that. Tomorrow you can watch F3 at 4 p.m. But you can also, I'm going to do a promotion because why not? I'm sorry, Roger, if I'm not allowed to do this, but I want to do it anyway. NLR Esports League with teams. Me and Ken will be racing, representing Ero in the NLR Esports League Tier 2 at 3 p.m. GMT tomorrow around Australia. Full quali and a 50% race. Tune in for that because you get points for quali and regular points as well in the race. So definitely tune in for that. Or, like I said, you can watch F3 at 4 p.m. GMT. You can then watch me also tomorrow at 7 p.m. GMT for F2. Not only me, but other drivers as well. But you know what I mean. And then F1 on Sunday, which I will be commentating. You can go over and watch that on Sunday, 6 p.m. GMT. Jensen may be extending his championship lead. We will see how it will go. But anyway, thank you to everyone for watching today's race. It was very big. Oh, the English is so nice there. Massive chaos. There will be reports. The standings will be changed, but you probably won't find out unless you're in the Discord server. So, join the Discord server and you can see what changes were made and the new positions from the penalties, because I imagine there will be quite a few. Anyway, as I've tried to say, thank you for watching today's race. It's been Cameron Don. Thank you to everyone watching, and we will see you next week for, give me a second, for the COTA, the USGP in Austin. Thank you.